Good morning, and welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the wonders of our world and beyond. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me today as we embark on a journey that's out of this world, literally. As we speak, NASA is preparing to send 4 astronauts on a historic trip around the moon, marking a significant milestone in space exploration. But what's fascinating about this mission is not just the destination, but also the spacecraft they'll be traveling in, the Orion. As I sit here, looking out at the night sky, I'm reminded of the magic of the moon. Tonight, it's in its first quarter phase, with 54% of its surface illuminated. If you have a chance to step outside and gaze up at the moon, you might just catch a glimpse of the Chrism, Serenitatis, and Vaporum Mares, or even the Apennine Mountains with a pair of binoculars. It's a reminder that there's still so much to discover and explore in our universe. But back to the Orion spacecraft, it's a remarkable piece of engineering, designed to take humans farther than they've ever gone before. Yet, as we prepare to push the boundaries of space travel, we're also reminded of the risks involved. The Orion has a known flaw, which raises questions about its safety. It's a sobering reminder that even with the most advanced technology, there are still uncertainties and challenges to overcome. As we continue to reach for the stars, we're forced to confront our own limitations and the unknowns of the universe. And yet, it's precisely this sense of wonder and curiosity that drives us to explore, to innovate, and to push beyond the boundaries of what's possible. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey across America, we find ourselves in the heart of the country, where the headlines often meet the hometown stories. Today, we're looking at a tale of 2 investigations, both stemming from a fatal shooting involving a Customs and Border Protection agent in Minneapolis. As I reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the small towns I've visited over the years, where everyone knows each other's names and the local diner serves as the town square. It's in these places that we often find the true character of America, a complex tapestry woven from threads of community, tradition, and resilience. But when tragedy strikes, as it has in Minneapolis, the fabric of that community can be torn apart. That's why it's so important to have thorough and impartial investigations, as Senator Thom Tillis has called for. The American people deserve transparency and accountability from their law enforcement agencies, and it's our duty as journalists to hold those in power accountable. As I've traveled through rural America, I've seen firsthand the impact that these kinds of events can have on small towns. The ripple effects of a tragedy like this can be felt for years to come, affecting not just the families directly involved, but also the community at large. That's why it's so important for local law enforcement to be involved in these investigations, as Congressman Adam Schiff has pointed out. As we navigate the complexities of this story, I'm reminded of the wisdom of a small-town sheriff I once met in North Carolina. He told me that, in times of crisis, it's not just about finding answers, it's about finding a way to heal and move forward together. That's a lesson that resonates deeply with me, and one that I believe we can all learn from. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey across America today, we find ourselves reflecting on the complexities of justice and governance in the heartland. A recent exchange between Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Pam Bondi has brought to light the intricate web of state and federal interests, particularly in the wake of a tragic shooting involving a federal immigration agent. As I ponder this story, I am reminded of the rolling plains and vast skies of Minnesota, where community and resilience are woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's in these moments of crisis that we see the true character of our leaders and the values they uphold. Governor Walz's response to Attorney General Bondi's letter, urging her to focus on the Epstein files, highlights the tension between state sovereignty and federal oversight. In the small towns I visited across America, I've seen firsthand how these larger debates play out in local lives. The people of Minnesota, like those in so many other states, are not just statistics or news headlines. They are families, workers, and community members striving to make sense of a complex world. The fraud scandal uncovered in the state's welfare programs is a stark reminder of the need for transparency and accountability at all levels of government. As the seasons change and winter gives way to spring in Minnesota, there's a sense of renewal and hope. It's a time when the community comes together, not just to address the challenges of the past, but to build a stronger future. The exchange between Governor Walz and Attorney General Bondi serves as a reminder that, even in disagreement, there is always an opportunity for dialogue and growth. As we travel through America, we find that it's often in these moments of tension and challenge that we discover our greatest strengths, resilience, compassion, and the unwavering commitment to justice and equality. Whether it's the dignified work of farmers in rural Minnesota or the vibrant cultural scene in its cities, every aspect of American life is interconnected, influencing and enriching the other. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.